What is your reaction to this verdict that came out today?
Well, you got to be happy. The community's got to be happy because they're safe, at least from him.
We can't help but want to be greedy. We wanted it all.
That's not what he's going to get. What he's got coming to him in his new life, but in my life, there is nothing that is adequate except the death penalty.
We didn't get a chance to plead for mercy for our children's lives like they did yesterday, so.
And I'm a little disappointed because we know there's more things that he did that the jury was not allowed to hear. I think if they would have heard what we've heard, they would have had the death penalty. So I'm just a little disappointed in that.
There's statements that the other suspects made that implements him far more than what came out in the trial. The thing that concerns me really is he's raised his standard of living by getting the sentence he got. But it's acceptable. The main objective was getting him off of the street so he'd never do this to someone else again.
Is there any concern this morning regarding judges' ruling to reserve the Rule 29 issue, that he could possibly overthrow some of the verdict? What are your thoughts on that?
I think he's just making sure he does his job and does it well. I think he's just
taking his time.
He wants everything in writing. He wants everything done by the book so it doesn't come back at him in the long run.
Looking ahead, you've got one more trial. What are your thoughts on that?
I wish we could go in January.
Did you say one? Might be more than that.
We're hoping for more concerning Boyd and concerning possibly some of the others that were on the fringe, shall we say. But we'll take it as it comes. And as they say,
Do you call this
watch the torpedoes and full speed ahead.
When I came in there yesterday and started setting the date for Coleman, my first thought was so much for speedy trial. Once again.
We have to wait till May. We didn't want to do that, but.
And there'll be delays. There'll be motions for delays, all over again. We've been through it all.
That'll take it into the 4th year.
In the end, she's going to get what's coming to her too.
What do you know about the Eric Boyd
about the Boyd trial? What are you hearing about the Boyd trial at this point? You mentioned that is something that you're considering. Do you think that you would see a Boyd trial in 2010?
In 10? I don't know that you'll see it in 10. You may.
I mean, y'all have all been in the courtroom right along with us. You know he was more guilty. As I said back in March of, was that 07 or whenever his trial was, that he was getting away with murder.
Let's go back to the initial beginning of that crime spree. They didn't walk to the Washington Ridge Apartments.
Yeah.
They did not walk. They did not have transportation unless Eric Boyd furnished it. Let's go back to the beginning.
It's one way or another.
I mean, we don't.
In one court or another. We ain't through with Eric Boyd.
If it was up to us, he would have already been arrested for the murders, but we don't get to make those decisions. So.
We'll just keep fighting, though.
Do you call this sentence today justice for Shannon and Chris?
Not for Chris, I don't.
Not for Shannon. No, not for our kids.
No.
For you, for the community, yeah. He's gone.
His life expectancy is probably less with this sentence than
true.
it would be with the death penalty. So
It gets him off of the street, as we've reiterated before, but it does not. He's raised his standard of living while he lives in prison.
And no matter,
Probably 100%.
no matter what his mom and his aunt said yesterday, he's not as passive and laid back as they like to think he is.
I mean, he wasn't a good boy.
No.
What do you think of their saying yesterday in court that they feel for your families and that their heart goes out?
They can take their feelings and put them in the same place that I told you that Cobbins could take his apology.
They have no idea. I just wish we could have pled mercy for our kids.
When you look at those autopsy pictures and you see how mutilated both of those kids were, we were dealing with animals, not human beings.
I wouldn't even call them animals, Hugh.
And they deserve the maximum penalty, every one of them.
But again, we appreciate all the law enforcement agencies that helped us with this. The district attorney did an excellent job. TK and Leland both did I hope they get to go home for the rest, at least for the rest of the week before they have to start over. And for the media, for y'all's support and coverage of all this.
It is amazing, though, that we got life without parole after it looked like for so many days of the trial that we wasn't going to get squat, according to most big thinkers. We knew we were going to get them off the street. The rest, oh well.
I guess we just have to be content with what we've got.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Thanks.